Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Figura Bilbina. I'm from 11th Science 3. Today, I want to talk about narrative text. Do you know what is narrative text? In this video, I will explain about the definition of narrative text, the purpose of narrative text, the generic structure of narrative text, the kinds of narrative text, language feature of narrative text, the impact from narrative text, the example of narrative text, and the last part, you can find the simple conclusion from narrative text. So keep watching guys. First, let's talk about what the definition of narrative text. A narrative text is an imaginative story to entertain people. Narrative text describe a fictional or non-fictional sequence of events, usually in chronological order. And then, what's the purpose of narrative text? We already know what the definition of narrative text. And in the part definition, we can find the purpose of narrative text. That is to amuse or to entertain people with a story. Alright, now we already knew about the definition and the purpose. And then we also have to know about the generic structure of narrative text because it's an important thing if you want to write narrative text. First, orientation. Orientation is the first part in narrative text. Orientation, it is about the opening paragraph where the characters of the story are introduced, where and when the story happens, and introduce the participants of the story, who and what is involved in the story. Then, after orientation, the second part in narrative text is complication. It tells the beginning of the problems which leads to the crisis or the climax of the main characters. After complication, the character can find the solution for their problems. In narrative text, we know this part is resolution. The resolution contains where the problem in the story solved, either in happy ending or in sad ending. In the last part of narrative text, that is coda or reorientation, but it's just optional. It consists of a moral lesson and advice from the writer. And then, I want to explain about language features. In narrative text, we use specific character. The character of the story is specific, not general. Example, Cinderella, Snow White, Alibaba, and any others. And then, in narrative text, use direct speech. It is to make the story lively. Example, Snow White said, "My name is Snow White." The direct speech use present tense. And then, narrative text use past tense. Example, killed, drunk, and any others. And then, narrative text use adverb of time. Example, once upon a time, one day, and any others. And then, narrative text use action verbs, a verb that show an action. Example, killed, dug, walk, and any others. I think all of us often read the narrative text, but we didn't know there is narrative text. So that I want to give you information about the kinds of narrative text. The kinds of narrative text are fairy tale, mystery, science fiction, romance, horror, fable, myth and legend, history, slice of life, personal experience, and any others. I have one example of narrative text. That is story about a turtle and a rabbit. In the first paragraph, we can find orientation. That is, the rabbit was loving the turtle because he is so slow. And then, the complication we can find in paragraph 2. That is, turtle challenged the rabbit to a race. As the race began, the rabbit raced way ahead of the turtle, just like everyone thought. And the resolution is the turtle kept walking step by step. He never quit no matter how hot or tired he got. He just kept going until the finish line. When the rabbit woke up, he went at full speed to the finish line, but found the turtle was there waiting for him with a happy face. So, we can moral lesson from this story. Never underestimate the weakest opponent. Next, the impact from reading narrative text. Expressing empathy is the impact if you like reading narrative text, because from narrative text we can find a lot of feel and make our feel it too. So we can imagine what if we were in that character's position. We can express our empathy in some situation of life. How to do it? I have example. I have a friend. She is Lala. One day, she called me and said about her brother's car accident. In this situation, I want to express my empathy. Lala, I'm very shocked. My brother just had a car accident and he need a few bags of blood. Me? That must have been awful. I'm really sorry to hear that. What can I do for you? Lala, keep praying for him is enough. Thank you. Me? Okay, La, please keep calm. Okay, now we are in the last part of this video. I want to give you simple conclusion. A narrative text is an imaginative story to entertain people or reader. From narrative text, we can get moral lesson and learn to empathy. I think it is enough for me about narrative text. I hope all of you are understand with this video. Thank you for watching and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.